Hello everyone, so welcome back. Dito naman I'll be teaching you or guiding you through content validity and reliability testing, especially with the use of SPSS and the Cronbach Alpha. So these are essential steps when you're developing research instrument like surveys or questionnaire. So by the end of this video, you'll understand what is content validity and reliability means, why they are important in research, and how to test reliability using the SPSS and the Cronbach Alpha. Okay, so also on how to report it in a Word format. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so first, let's talk about the content validity. Okay, content validity answers the question, does the instrument measure what it is supposed to be measured? So, for example, if you are designing a questionnaire about study habits, the question should fully cover areas like time management, learning strategies, and study environment. Okay? So, for you to establish a content validity, experts in the field review your questionnaire. They also check whether the items included there are correct or clear, whether it is relevant and aligned with your objectives, and also a content validity index or a tool na pwede nyong dalhin for the expert na ma-rate nila yung or ma-assess nila yung instrument ninyo is with the content validity index. So, content validity index is sometimes or most of the times computed to show how many experts agree that an item is valid. So, in short, content validity ensures your tool measures the right content. So, that's the purpose of the content validity. Okay, now, let's move on to the reliability. Okay, so reliability answers the question naman na, does the instrument measure consistently? Okay, so yun yung sinasagot naman ni reliability. Kung si content validity kanina, ang sinasagot naman nun is, does the instrument measure what is supposed to be measured? Dito naman sa reliability, does the instrument measure consistently? So, an instrument can be valid, tandaan po natin, but not reliable. For example, yung weighing scale might be accurate once, but inconsistent when used multiple times. So in research, we often use the Cronbach Alpha to test reliability of a survey or test Cronbach Alpha to test the reliability of a survey or a particular test sa exams. Okay? So, Cronbach Alpha measures the internal consistency or how well the items in the questionnaire measures the same concept. Okay, so why do we need to do this? Yan, so why do we need to do this? We need validity to ensure we are asking the right questions, and we need reliability naman to ensure that our results are trustworthy and repeatable. So without validity, our instrument may not capture the real concept, and without reliability, our results may vary each time we test. So together, validity and reliability make our research instrument scientifically credible. Okay, so now, yan, punta naman na tayo. So, naintindihan na natin what is the difference between validity and reliability and the importance of both. Then now, let's test reliability using the SPSS. So, before I go to the SPSS itself, I would like to emphasize the following steps. Step 1, open your SPSS and input your survey responses. Gagawin natin siya later on. Each column should represent one question or item. So, next step, go to the menu. Pindutin natin yung analyze, scale, and reliability. Third, select all your items and move them into the item box. Under the model, we should choose the alpha kasi dyan may mga split halves dyan. So, then click OK. Then it will generate the output showing your Cronbach alpha. Okay, so move on tayo dun sa SPSS. Okay, so ito. I already prepared here a set of data or a set of the survey responses. So make sure, sabi, doon sa lecture kanina, that each column should represent one question or item. So, dito sa column, one question or item per responses. Kung mapapansin nyo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 yung respondents natin. So, tigi-isang responses each respondent. So, ilatag nyo lahat yung mga data of your survey. So, lahat yan, nakalagay dyan lahat. Para hindi kayo malito kung hindi kayo sanay, yung variable dito, pindutin nyo lang yung variable view, pupunta kayo dyan. Pwede nyo palitan ito. Like CVI1, CVI2, yung mga questions, gano'n. So, CVI3, CVI3, CVI4, CVI5, CVI6, CVI7, CVI8, CVI9, CVI10, CVI11, CVI12. Okay, so those are the 12 questions asked among your respondents. Okay, so ang sabi, ang step 2 natin, you have to go to the menu. Pindutin daw natin yung analyze. So yan, pindutin natin. We have here the analyze. Then, scale. Go to the scale. Hanapin natin yung scale. Ito siya, scale. And pindutin natin yung reliability analysis. Ayan. Okay. So, lagay natin dito. Ang next step natin, all of these items, yan, control, tapos arrow down, punta nyo sa item box. Yan. So, naput natin sa item box, make sure natin yung model is alpha. Kasi, these are different test then or reliability analysis, split half, Guttman, parallel, and strict parallel. Okay, so, ang gagamitin natin is the Cronbach alpha. Minsan, may mga ibang estudyante or ibang researcher gusto nilang makita yung item, makita yung scale, makita yung correlation tsaka mean. So, if that's the case, pwede naman. Pero, yun nga, pipindutin natin yung word na statistics dito para lumabas itong, saan na ba yun? Yung result. Ayan. Okay, so, para lumabas itong result na yan. So, it's up to you if you want to put check under the item, scale, correlation, and mean. So, nilagyan na natin para ma-maximize natin itong pagtuto. Okay? Then, just click the continue and then, okay, mag-generate na siya. Okay. So, makikita nyo dito naka-generate siya ng Cronbach alpha niya. Yan, mataas. Okay. So, mataas yung Cronbach alpha niya, which is 0.71. So, it means it is acceptable. Paano natin siya i-rate? Ito siya. Okay. Yan. Okay. So, for that, ito yung interpretation. So, makikita natin, if your result falls under 0.7 or 0.70 to 0.79, then acceptable reality. So, as a rule of thumb, an alpha of 0.7 or higher is usually considered acceptable in research. So, going back doon sa result natin, ito yung result natin, 0.71. So, your instrument is acceptable. Okay? Yun. So, ibig sabihin, yung instrument natin, good to go siya. It is valid, therefore, it is reliable. So, pwede nyo na siyang i-float na sa true respondents ninyo. Now, just to give you an overview of its summary statistics, in terms of mean, mataas ang naging result niya, which is 3.85. Kung lalagyan natin ng range yan, Lalabas siya that your instrument is highly acceptable. Okay. So, pag nakuha na natin yung result, gagawa tayo ng table ng Cronbach alpha result natin na parang ganito. Okay? Cronbach alpha result. So, yung reliability na nakuha natin sa SPSS, ilagay nyo siya as ganyan. Then, we also need the summary item analysis para maipakita natin yung validity ng instrument natin kasi ito yung consistency kasi ito. Okay? And I also use the interpretation, statistics, tapos naglalagay ako ng ganitong statement. So, Cronbach alpha, it indicates that mataas, then sinasabi ko yung result niya, kung acceptable yung internal consistency niya, therefore the instrument is reliable. Then, pinapapirma ito sa mga statistician ng school natin. Kung they require you to have this, ipapirma nyo sa kanila, pero ipacheck nyo pa rin yung SPSS result ninyo. Okay? Kahit na hindi nyo na ipa-compute sa labas ito, since madali din lang naman siya based on sa pagtuturo natin, still, ipa-counter-check and ipa-validate nyo pa rin sa kanila para malaman natin kung tama or we are on the right track when it comes to performing the content validity and Cronbach alpha using the SPSS. Okay. So, after doing that, you have to revise your chapter 3, yung methodology, or ng Germanic format, 3 and 4 ng Germanic format, or 2 and 3 naman ng IMRAD format. So, you have to describe the expert validation and reliability testing results. Number 4 is, pwede mo siyang i-present yung Cronbach alpha value with interpretation niya under appendices. Okay? And i-indicate natin doon or sabihin natin kung ano ini-indicate niyang reliability result niya. It's either under your chapter 3 or chapter 2 ng IMRAD format, basta under methodology, dinidiscuss siya. And pinipresent na rin siya sa appendices ng study ninyo. Okay, so that's it. You now know what content validity and reliability are. So, why inaral din natin why they are important and how to compute Cronbach alpha and the SPSS. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.